Y'all said I get no Huzz. I had to get another one of these videos because y'all really wanted me to watch another one. I don't need help with the Huzz. I'm trying to tell y'all I don't need help with the Huzz. I'm gonna go ahead and watch this video. It's another one. How to actually never run out of things to say with women. I don't know why y'all want me to watch this, but I'm just gonna watch it. I don't need help with Huzz, like I said, but let's get it.
Can't believe I'm actually watching this, bro. How to avoid running out of things to say when talking to girls seems like the dumbest question you could ask.
It is.
The answer and solution are really simple. By
I
the
don't
time
get
you finish watching this video,
how,
you'll know exactly what to do, and you'll have solved.
I don't get how people just run out of things to say. Just keep talking. Like this. It's literally just that. Simple as that.
Never to face it again. However, there's one thing I don't want to happen to you: that you fix the issue of awkward silences only to find yourself in the friend zone. So in this video, I'll also explain the topics you should talk about with her. The point is, this video is going to be
just bullshit. Talk about fucking nails. Talk about hair. Talk about then once you get out of that, talk about what she likes to eat, food she likes, hobbies she has. Just keep. There's nothing to run out to say. Just talk. Like you're talking to the homies.
Breaking the ice with a woman, most guys transform into human questionnaires, immediately bombarding her with a barrage of mundane get-to-know-you inquiries. The same dull questions your aunt might pester you with at a tedious family party. Not only does this relentless interrogation bore her to tears, but it also prevents her from genuinely engaging in the conversation. Men often leapfrog from one question to the next, without taking a moment to expand upon a topic she clearly loves to discuss.
Okay,
it's
that's
like
facts.
they're speed running through a dating app.
I thought he was saying don't ask those
unlock
questions.
Some secret level. Try this instead. Whenever you're talking to a woman and you ask her a question, follow up her answer with a statement rather than sprinting to the next question as if it's a race. This not only shows that you're actually listening, but also demonstrates that
I do that. See, I don't need help.
It
I do
opens
that.
up the conversation to more fun or intimate topics, transforming
like,
it from a monotonous.
What type of food you like? Oh, you like sushi? I got a sushi place back in my house where it got good sushi, got all types of rolls. Like, maybe you gotta come try it. Like, it's called I say the name of the restaurant. It's called that. I definitely should try it. Yeah. She said something. Right. She might say, oh, this type of sushi. I like this type of sushi. I like this type of sushi. Then you piggyback off of it. You be like, oh, for real. Like, if you like this type of sushi, does that mean you like shrimp? Since shrimp is in that sushi, you'd be like, oh yeah. See that, like. It's so easy. It's so easy.
Cue an A session into an engaging dialogue. Who knows? You might even discover she has a secret hobby of training squirrels to steal jewelry, for example. You. So, do you have any pets? Her. Yeah, I actually have 3 of the cutest cats in the world. You. Ah, so you're one of those cat people, huh? Her. Stop it. Haha, no. I'm not one of those crazy cat ladies. I just love my cats. You. They say people who like cats tend to be more independent than dog lovers. As you can see, by following up the
like cats or dogs
statement, you're able to expand on the topic and inject a bit of fun and banter into the conversation. Instead of ticking off a checklist of questions, you're now engaging in a playful exchange that can lead to more interesting territories, perhaps even discussing the merits of cats plotting world domination. Once a man senses any sort of rapport with a woman, he often becomes petrified of shattering that fragile connection, so he clings to safe topics like a drowning man to a life raft.
Right.
Unfortunately, this strategy tends to be counterproductive, usually ending up boring a woman who was previously interested. It's like being served plain oatmeal when you were promised a gourmet meal.
Spice things up a little bit.
And bland. Try this instead. Once you sense that you've sparked a woman's interest, begin qualifying her with questions or statements that place you in the role of the selector. This means making a statement that might disqualify her as a potential partner. Don't worry, you're not actually rejecting her. You're creating a playful dynamic where she feels compelled to prove herself to you. I talked about this topic in the series on how to attract women, but I'll explain it to you again so you can understand it better. It's best, once you finish watching this video, to go back and watch the entire series.
I'm not watching all these. I'm not watching all of them. Stop procrastinating these videos.
So, do you have any pets? Her. Yeah, I have 3 of the cutest cats in the world. You. We would never get along. I'm a dog person, and I've heard that dog and cat owners tend to have a really intense sexual connection, but disagree on every other possible point. Her. Oh, really? Well, maybe we could find some common ground. As you can see, you've taken a safe topic like pets and skillfully steered it into more intriguing territory, even sprinkling in a hint of sexuality. By saying, we would never get along, you're subtly challenging her, placing the burden of approval seeking on her. Suddenly, the conversation has shifted from polite small talk to a playful battle of wits. As men, we often love to talk about facts, events, and amusing surface level stories, the kind of stuff that makes for great small talk but doesn't necessarily light anyone's fire. While these topics can fill up the time, they tend to limit you from exploring areas that really ignite passion in a woman. Women get their fix from talking about the mystical or diving into deeper levels, the emotional meaning behind facts, events, or those amusing stories. If you never hint that you're capable of communicating on this different wavelength, you're missing out on a golden opportunity to separate yourself from the herd.
That's like
being a black and white
astrology
TV in a world of color.
That's
Try
why they
this
like those so
instead.
much.
Next time you're talking to a woman, try using a cold reading to go beneath the surface and get her to open up about her feelings. A cold read is simply stating something you've noticed about her and then making a deeper observation about it. Here's an example you could use when she mentions something about a previous date or guy she knew.
Elaborate.
I can tell just by the way you're talking that you're the kind of girl who goes on a lot of dates but has trouble finding someone you're actually interested in. Then, when you find that person, you usually lose interest very quickly.
That's every
that's
girl
so
ever.
true. I bet you really love adventure. Sometimes it scares you, but deep down you crave something exciting. What's probably happening is that every time you meet these guys, you sense that they're not going to satisfy that adventure you crave. Exactly. It's like they don't understand what I'm looking for. This example allowed you to delve into the mystical and emotional realms, disqualify the other guys, and at the same time present yourself as someone new.
Chat, should I try this in Discord? Should I go on Discord and like try all this stuff? Let me know.
Exciting and different, who just might be the cure for her ailment. You're not just another generic option. You're the intriguing new chapter in her life's novel. Since most men stick to interview mode topics like work and school, they seldom have a chance to demonstrate their passionate and excited side to a woman. Instead, they talk about subjects that bore even themselves and in turn bore the woman. It's like listening to elevator music when you were promised a live concert. Try this instead. When you ask a woman what she looks for in a man, many will mention the word passionate. While we usually take what people say they want with a grain of salt, in this case, it's completely true. Enthusiasm breeds enthusiasm. When you talk to a woman, emphasize the things you're passionate and enthusiastic about. Having passion towards something can elevate a relatively mundane subject, like cooking, into an engrossing conversation. If you love to travel...
Hey, I like to cook. If you're watching this, I like to cook. I'll cook a meal for you any day. What you want? Pasta, lobster, steak? I got you.
Feel the excitement you get from exploring new places. If you're into building your business, let her see the leader in you. Let your entrepreneurial spirit shine.
I need some girls
bright.
on stream.
If you love
Who wants
music,
to come on stream?
art, or
Who wants to come out
movies,
on stream?
don't hide it under a bushel.
Let me know.
This doesn't mean bragging about your knowledge of these subjects. It means explaining what about them really drives you. Women like men with drive, men who know what they want and go after it. Let women see that side of you. After all, nobody ever complained about someone being too interesting. When most men approach a beautiful woman, they put her on a pedestal and treat her like royalty. They become deathly afraid of offending her, so worried about looking cool or saying the perfect thing that the conversation quickly fizzles out. It's like trying to dance while wrapped in bubble wrap, awkward and ineffective. But as we previously discussed in How to Attract Women series, women want a guy who is fun to be around. The truth is, we're all still children at heart. Although many of us love a good intellectual conversation from time to time when we're out at a bar or on a date, we just want to relax, laugh a little, and have a good time, forgetting about the worries and stress in our life. And the best way to do that is to keep the conversation playful and fun. Try this instead. The whole point of teasing is to create a fun environment where a woman can loosen up and open up to you. Teasing basically means
I don't even need to
say.
It
means treating her the same way you would your playful younger sister. It involves picking on her in a fun and flirtatious way. Effective teasing means you'll have to drop your cool guy image for a while and just relax and have some fun. Don't be afraid to be a little goofy. The world won't end if you crack a smile. Here are some examples of teasing. Getting ready to give her a high five, then pulling your hand away like you changed your mind. Imitating her in a playful manner, suggesting she's coming on to you. Whoa, slow down there. At least buy me dinner first. Telling her an overtly exaggerated lie, then picking on her for being gullible enough to believe you. Wait, you actually thought I have a pet dragon? As you can see, these are the same sorts of things you did on the playground in the 4th grade. They worked then and they work now. Plus, they're a lot more fun than discussing the weather. One of the biggest problems men complain about is running out of things to talk about. This usually happens for two reasons. First, the conversation stalls because they don't recognize how to smoothly change a conversation thread. Second, they don't provide enough new threads for the woman to grab onto. It's like being on a sinking ship without any lifeboats.
She's not the one.
What
Stop talking to her.
Is a man will ask a question and then immediately begin to think about what he's going to say next. Because of this, he isn't really focused on listening to what the woman is saying and misses new conversation topics that he could have easily transitioned into. It's like she's handing him a golden ticket and he's too busy looking at his shoes to notice. Try this instead. The next time you're talking to a woman, always try to present her with several different topics she can latch onto when crafting your sentences. For example, instead of just saying, I love baseball, which limits the conversation thread to the topic of baseball, say, I love baseball because when I was young, my father used to take me to games, and now that I'm older, I feel a real sense of nostalgia toward it. Now, instead of forcing her to talk about baseball, she has the option of transitioning to one of the other threads you've brought up. She can tell a story about somewhere her dad used to take her when she was a little girl, or she can talk about things that make her feel nostalgic. When she is talking, you should be listening for the same opening she is giving you. For example, if she says, I love to cook, my mom taught me how to cook, and now I even find myself watching those cooking shows on TV. Instead of just staying on the cooking thread,
talk to your boys.
Yeah, I'm the same.
Go home, talk to your boys. Really observe how you're talking to them, and just take that and talk to the girl like that. And then you'll get
with those travel shows on TV. I start watching them and get sucked into all the amazing locations. So, where would you go on vacation if money wasn't a factor? Do you see how easy it was to transition to a new topic simply by taking one word, TV, and improvising off it to a completely new topic? It's like playing a conversational game of jazz. Improvisation is key. Most men are under the false impression that beautiful women don't want to talk to them. This is not the case. Beautiful women crave fun and flirtatious conversations just as much as we do. The fact is, there are so few men who know how to pique a woman's interest through talking to her that she is actually dying to meet a man who can. You're not bothering her. You're potentially saving her from another night of dull conversations about stock prices and weather patterns. The main reason most men don't communicate well with women is that they let their nervousness and anxiety prevent them from showing their fun side. The second biggest reason is that they don't talk to her in a way that she responds to. They're speaking different languages and not in the cute romantic way. Women are different from men. As we talked about earlier, women love to discuss the meaning behind actions and the emotions they evoke. It's also true that the emotions that arise during a conversation will subconsciously anchor them to you. This means that if you're talking about relationships and she starts talking about all the bad feelings she experienced with her previous boyfriend, she will begin to associate you with those feelings. Congratulations, you've just become the emotional equivalent of spoiled milk. Try this instead.
Damn.
If it's true that women will anchor negative feelings to you, then it must be true that women will anchor positive feelings to you as well. This is why it's important to draw her into a positive emotional state. One way to do this,
I know all this stuff. I'm like the Huzz master. Like, stop recommending these videos. Like,
to tease her.
I don't need help.
Earlier. Another way is to ask questions and make statements that prompt her to talk about specific feelings she has for something. If you're talking to a woman and she mentions that she likes to go snowboarding, instead of talking about facts such as which mountain she usually snowboards at or what kind of equipment she uses, get her to talk about the feelings she experiences while snowboarding. For example, you, did you do anything fun last weekend? Her, yeah, I went snowboarding. I had the best time. You, wow, I love snowboarding. I think I'm literally addicted to the rush I get going down the mountain. What about you? What excites you most about snowboarding? Her, well, I guess it would be that feeling of adventure, going so fast, being a little scared, but not wanting it to end because it feels like you're really living. In this example, you've taken the topic of snowboarding and talked about the meaning behind it and the emotions it evokes. Since these emotions are positive, you've put the woman in a positive mood and she has subconsciously anchored the feelings of adventure, excitement, and truly living to you. It's like you're her personal excitement concierge. And before I finish the video, I want to respond to a comment I received on the previous video from someone who said that because I sell a course, they feel like the videos I make are just for marketing my course. I'll respond to this comment because I believe this person isn't the only one who has this idea. Many others watching might feel the same way. My dear brother, with all love, all you need to do to realize that this belief is wrong is to watch the videos I publish in this series. It's literally impossible to find the information I give in this series for free on YouTube, and even if you paid money, you wouldn't find it. The topic I'm discussing is something I'm deeply passionate about, and my main expertise is in studying human behavior.
Bro, where's this guy's girl, dude?
The subject of social and emotional relationships took me years to understand, and every video I create, I explain it to you from the bottom of my heart. Believe me, I genuinely want to help you improve your social life.
Bro, gotta be chopped. Hey, this guy gotta be chopped for him to know all this stuff. He gotta be chopped. He has to find out new methods and stuff. He gotta be chopped.
The content on YouTube. This platform prefers shorter videos, ones with heavy editing, or those that cover a variety of topics.
So for y'all young bucks out there, I just want y'all to know, stop running out things to say to women. It's so easy. Just talk. Talk like you're talking to the homies, and you will be straight. There's nothing to stress about. Y'all recommend this video for me. I think y'all really just wanted to watch it because y'all need this stuff. Y'all need this. So Hey, make sure to follow Biggie Streams all platforms, and I'm out.